I first learned about Faith City Ministries from my brother, who was raised up here in the Panhandle. He knew I was having trouble. In fact, I was living with him, and he mentioned Faith City Ministries, and that's how I came about being here. It took me 3 days to walk up to the door, but once I came in, it was a blessing. I am the maintenance coordinator. It's my job to make things as aesthetically pleasing and comfortable to the program students and our guests when they come in. I do everything from lighting to plumbing, and I have a team. I have four students on my team that get the job done. I'm a hands-on kind of guy, so I get in there along with them. I don't just sit at the desk and tell them what to do. But have a great team, and we just get it done. The heartbeat of the ministry is helping others. That's on our bulletin board up front, is to clothe the naked, feed the hungry. Jesus said himself that the poor will always be with us. And that is something that we take to heart. And it's not always easy, but we do it. Whatever resource it takes, we take care of the poor through all of our different ministries we have here, the clothing, our overnight dorms, food. We serve 10,000 meals a month. We'll start with the Hope for Men program, and there's also a Hope for Women's program, but the Hope for Men program is for addicts and alcoholics who come in. Personally, for me, it was a time to listen to God. I've been saved since age 9, was heavily involved in the church, but I went away from God, and I know that sounds like kind of a cliche, but I gave up on God, and I had given up on Him when I got here. But the Hope for Men's program gave me the time to reflect and to listen to God. And I learned a lot about relationships, about boundaries, about the mind of Christ here through the classes that we attend. That's the Hope for Men's program. It gives the guys hope. I mean, hope means something in that title. We have Success University. These guys that come in, they might be 25 years old and maybe don't even have a GED. Well, we have a program, sorry I keep looking at you. We have a program where the guys can get their GED through training here. And it gives them a introduction to what college is like, because it is kind of intimidating. In our food services program, as I said before, we serve 10,000 meals a month. We do provide emergency food on a case-by-case basis. We're not set up with like boxes of food, but we do that. We did that last Sunday, as a matter of fact, to a gentleman that was on a cross-country bicycle trip. And I was the manager on duty, and it's Sunday, and I don't get a lot of rest. I didn't want to open the door for the man, but I did. And our food services people got a box of food together for him. Our clothing department got him a couple of changes of clothes. Our dorm manager let him shower and shave, and we fixed him up for the road. And he's from New Hampshire, and he's going to tell someone about Faith City up there. And so it was truly a blessing, but I didn't want to have my day bothered, but I'm glad I did. I think most of the time people come here because they have a need, and it may not necessarily be a spiritual need, but we have many opportunities per month for them to hear the gospel. And at lunchtime and at dinner time, we have various people throughout the community and some staff here that bring the message during those times. So we have quite a few salvations and rededications during those times. But the gospel is, I've heard it said people don't want to sit through a sermon before they eat, but there have been a lot of salvations out of doing that. Personally, I look at it from a previous student standpoint. I'm not really a minister. I don't think that's my calling. But if I can help them, if I can lead by example and help someone, then to me that's spreading the gospel. These guys that are young, they come in here, they're strung out, they have no direction, and I just try to be the type of example to them to show them there is hope for us. Discipleship here is a very important thing. We being an example to others, living the way Christ lived, approaching everyone with grace. That is the way our staff here is involved with the students. We have many personalities, many backgrounds, many different cultures, and but approaching anyone with grace is a start to helping them out. And in our transitions classes, we learn a lot about about discipleship, how to lead by example. And that's the best way to lead, as far as I know, is by example. I try to think there are 4 things in my life that are important right now, besides God is ultimately the most important, but honesty, integrity, accountability, and righteous fellowship. With those things and God, I can't lose. And when I need to make a decision that I'm doubting, I ask the first 2 questions are simple. Number 1, is it honest? And is there integrity involved? And if the answer is no to in whatever order, if there's a no, then I'm not going to do it. And that's the way I try to deal with the students here. Even the homeless, that's the way I look at things. We get a lot of demands. I say demands, a lot of requests for things, and some of them aren't necessarily on the up and up, but I'm living by those rules. Lots of ways people can get involved here are by volunteering in our dining room, in our clothing room. We have needs for tutors at times for people that need to improve their reading and writing skills. Of course, financial donations are always welcome. But as far as hands-on type things, volunteering in our dining room, I think, is our number 1 draw here. In our clothing room, we get a tremendous amount of donated clothes, and that our students, they actually go through the sorting on those and put them in our clothing room. We could help in the clothing room is also needed. Prayers are very important to us, and we're lifted up all the time, incessantly. Financial support, we couldn't run the ministry without the support. We couldn't reach the people we're trying to reach without financial support. And we have been blessed, but we ask for continued blessing in that area. Why do I stay here? I could leave at any time, but I feel like I owe the ministry for saving my life. This ministry saved my life, the Hope for Men's program. I was kind of a disgruntled student, not outwardly, but I was sitting in foundations class. I knew what creation was, or had a good understanding of creation and what God is, and I thought, I've heard all this before, but I said obedience was kind of where I started here. God, I'm going to be obedient to you by doing the right things, and you'll bless me by being obedient. But what happened with that, through God, was that He allowed me to develop that relationship with Him that I didn't have. I used to bargain with God. Now I talk to Him on a daily basis, all day long. So that has been a blessing to me, and as I mentioned before, that it gave me time to reflect. But that relationship and the love that God shows us. When I came in here, I thought I was lower than a snake's belly. Now, I'm not anything more than I am, but God loves me more than I can comprehend. And that is it right there. I don't need anything else because of the love God shows me, and everyone in here, if they will just accept that love. I just want to say that and I think I've said this, that the ministry has been a miracle to me. In the last 18 months, I have grown more than I have in the previous 48 years. And I'm thankful for the time I have here, and it's just been a tremendous blessing. I don't know what else to say. I thank God every day for the opportunity to be here and to serve and to be an example to other people. And our board and our staff, that the needs of other people are what we're about.